All right. We're live. Are we live? This is upcoming. No, we are. Okay. Let's get some music, I guess. I had a playlist I had found. Stream tunes. Synthwave, DMCA safe. Let's drop that volume. Okay, close this shit. We are live on Twitch. That looks good there. Alright, so last time we were working on the moveset UI. Let me look at what we did. Maybe grab a envelope to scribble any notes on. We need to take some notes. I need to back all this shit up again too. Wait, this is... Yeah, this is an old... Why did this open up an old... I opened up an old one. I don't know how I did this. Weird. Huh. Weird. There we go. Yeah, so I think we had everything worked out, and then these stay if we put them in the middle. So we need to highlight valid spots and lock them into an actual position that's where they're supposed to be, essentially. We should move these up slightly, I think. Okay, so these would be generated by... Builder layout, probably. Yeah, available attacks. No, this is availables. This is... new Y, all Y plus 3. Alright, that's fine. So we have so this is where we're moving it. If it's the active plate, okay, so we need to pipe information between the UI elements and the buttons. So let's look at this. So when we create a plate, we give it a name and a rank. Which is being drawn draw text a name. Are these names not with spaces? I think so. Yes. And these ones are. How do I... Let's look at the attack dictionary structure here. This is what we need. So we have... For a thing like paralytic bite, yeah, we can do... Global that attacks of the A name dot name. The only other thing we care about are the ranges. Which should work. I don't know if putting the one thing in there and then doing another dot at the end is going to be viable. No. Dot name cannot be resolved. Okay, what if we do this? Move dat. Wait, maybe the thing is wrong? No, it should be right. It's not, though. Oh, am I just missing the capitalization? Wait, no. Am I misremembering the syntax? Shouldn't be. In fact, yeah, this... Wait, there's a bunch of nuns. Wait, condition, scale, effect. How is this sorted? No, this should be nuns. Name. Wait, I'm actually really confused. This doesn't seem like... Wait, why is this generating... Wait, variable unknown object.name cannot be resolved. Is this... Wait, something is weird. They are capitalized. What am I missing? Oh, it's crashing on paralytic bite, specifically. It's not crashing generically. It's a specific issue. Maybe one of these has got a typo. Wait, paralytic bite. Wait, what? I'm confused. Paralytic bite undefined. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, so this is gonna create these. Show debug message, name. Show debug message moved at. Name moved at, 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 name moved at. And then we have this name. Paralytic byte, then we get an undefined, and then it crashes. Oh! Right. No, I understand what's happening here. Because it's the second set of nameplates that are being generated with the spaces already. Yes. Okay. So we gotta let's reformat for no spaces. String trim. Format? Join? From both ends. That's not it. String delete. Nope. There definitely is something that does this, I feel like. I just, don't remember. String replace. Yeah, that works. Okay, so now we've universally converted all this. It doesn't matter if it comes in with a space or without a space. It's converted to not having a space so that it can fetch the data, and then it's converted back to a space using the name data. Boom. Now everything is formatted consistently. Okay, and then we want to get range. So, for the specific thing we're on, movedat.range. So while we're holding a plate, hey Eurograps, how's it going? So we pipe this to a global variable only when the plate is being held, and then when we go to the attack blanks? Is that what we're doing here? Hey, Biocraft, welcome to the stream. Thanks for popping by. Yeah, attack blanks. So these need to change. So I guess we had a draw event. Change color when held plate can be placed at this range. Okay, so this is an array of ranges. We need to know how to change a sprite, which we have done before. We do that on the attacks. Sprite index. Get sprite of an object. I think, yeah, we do it this way. Would I smash a Neanderthal, like with a rock? So that I could steal, like, their food or something? Maybe. Hey, Mutasaurus, welcome to the stream. Okay. Okay, so we have red. We made reds, yellows, and greens, right? Like, to have kids. No, having kids is bad. Don't do that. This is my dinosaur game that I'm working on. I forgot what my logic was for yellow. I guess a yellow slot is one that would be replaced. I think that's what I was thinking. I don't think that matters. We'll use that as a placeholder. So we do object attack blank 2. This gets us a green sprite index for this. We need to create these with some knowledge of where they are located. So let's go back to the builder layout. Continue working on the moveset builder. That's the goal. Get this fully functional. So we're generating the blank here. So let's pass this like ranges. Which will be defined as okay, we've got 400, 200, and 0. So 0 is 3. 400 is 1. Because we start on the left-hand side and we count over. Yes. So I guess the easiest thing to do is just do this. We just piped that through to there. Now it knows which slot it was in. Then we go back to this. Gonna keep asking random ass questions since not a lot happening. That's completely fair. There is not a lot that happens since it's all programming and testing. Okay, so now this has ranges. So let's do, this is move ranges. No, let's just keep this as the global. Oops. Yeah, let's do a for loop. Array length, current range. And then we need to do a comparison. What did I call this? Ranges or range? Ranges. So if we also need to have the old index. Old sprite index equals get sprite attack blank. Actually, let's do this like a global dot attack blank sprite index. So this fetches this. Ooh, on creation, do I want to do it specifically there? This could have consequences. Let's move this. This goes to like the title screen. Actually, yeah. Leave this here so we remember this, and then we put this. Yeah, this has to be done once, so this does go on the title screen. Okay. What is my least favorite design from the Jurassic Park / Jurassic World movies? It's going to be like the Jurassic World Stego, or the hybrids, or honestly, like pretty much anything in the original Jurassic World. I hate the redesigned Gallimimus. I hate the redesigned Stegosaurus. I hate the redesigned Triceratops. Like, I'm generally more negative when they redesign an animal to be worse than I am when they make a new animal that's just bad, right? So, like, I don't get as annoyed by, like, the Giga as I do by taking an animal that looked pretty good and making it look bad, like the Stego from Lost World versus Jurassic World. Yeah, Baryonyx is the same case, where it's like, they didn't take a good design to make it bad, they just started with a bad design, so it's less annoying to me, if that makes sense. Okay, so current ranges would be like 1, 2, 3. Then this would be a number representing the one we've selected. This is being done for every single one of these. So if these match, we want this to be highlighted in green. That's what this should do. And in the else case, this should go back. Sprite index equals the attack link sprite index. That should be it. Although we need some sort of reset condition, but let's make sure this works. I don't consider the website Metriacanthosaurus designed to be explicitly canon because of precisely that point, that every other website design has been retconned once it showed up in the films. The Microceratus is somewhat similar to the website design in one case, but it's still like substantially different. So just nothing has survived contact with the film franchise. Okay, this crashed. Global variable name current range index not set before reading. Right, because current range doesn't exist. Yes. So we initialize this at 0. Yes. Title stuff. Initialize this at 0 at the start of the game. And then when we release a button also, we can just set it to 0. And then it won't match any of the ranges. That should work. Like, I think the Metri is a great design, don't get me wrong. I wish it was canon. I just don't think Universal considers it canon. Okay, these don't exist at all. That's unexpected. What the fuck? Enemy 2 Lystrosaurus. You saying, do you mean like in my game? Sino design is not the best either. Especially like there, I think there's two ways to approach designs in Jurassic Park. Is it an interesting animal design at all? And does it represent the animal that it's supposed to represent at all? And Sinoceratops, to me, I think is a okay design as a creature, but it has nothing to do with the actual animal it's supposed to represent, and that's where it really fails. Why doesn't this work? Some of these might be... Oh, maybe I just need to put a draw self in. Holy shit! Okay. So letting go of the plate did not fix it. But switching which ones we do does highlight differently. Some of these I thought should be multiple slots. Yeah, threat display should be highlighting too, and it's not. So we have one bug, which is this should be 2 rows that are green, 1 row that's red. That doesn't work. And then when we release, it doesn't actually change it. And I assume when we go back, it's probably not reset. Yeah. Okay. Well, when we do the builder layout, we should set this to be nothing. So at least that way it resets. It should redraw. Wait a second. Oh, wait, did I think I know what I did wrong. I think I... Ah, yes. Yep. I know exactly what I did wrong. Surprised this worked at all? Ah, fuck. Where did we all initialize these then? You believe the Carnotaurus has proper hands and wrists? Wait, in... What do you mean? I'm confused. How are the proper hands and wrists not great? What are we talking about? Okay, that should be right. In Fallen Kingdom? Yeah, the Carno has improper hands and wrists in Fallen Kingdom. It's still, like, the best design in that film, though, even with the hands and arms fucked up. Then we did this in the title. Oops. Oh my god, it works! Okay, that still doesn't work. But yeah, it only highlights... Oh, it's not perfect. Yeah, you can trick it. You do it really quick and loose on the mouse, it glitches. I probably don't worry about that because that's not that important. Yeah, there's other things that are wrong about the Carno other than the arms. The arms are just the most egregious thing. I mean, it's important to remember, too, when talking about Carnotaurus, we have one fossil for that animal. It's a really good fossil, but it is literally one example of the animal. So, for things like horn placement, you can't necessarily say that changes, small variations in like the horn placement in a different individual might have been plausible. But we know things like the arms wouldn't be, you know, individual variation. The skin texture is wrong too in the Fallen Kingdom Carno, but I think that probably predates the later, you know, yeah, Carnotaurus shouldn't have wrists. There's later stuff with studying the integument of Carnotaurus that ruled against the osteoderms that people always thought were there. So, enemy 2 Ceratosaurus. Ceratosaurus could be good here. I definitely want Stego and Trike in the tournament bracket. Those are the two I want for sure. But then I got to think about something that kind of covers a different vibe is what I want specifically. Okay, so why does threat display not work? Why does it not highlight 2 rows? That's the question here. Ranges are 2, 3. I guess let's look at maybe a debug value here. Oh, malformed assignment 17? Wait, why is this else broken? Oh, because this is... Oops. This works because it is showing sets of 2s and 3s, which is what I expect the readout to read. I hold charge. I hold kick. Why does that not work? It's always the 3 that lights up. Never the 2. Wait, does this work properly? Not, obviously not visually, but I mean in the code. Oh, I can't tell because there's too many things on the screen. Let's reset it. I am fairly confused by that. I doubt it's switching back, right? Yep, coding. Such is my life. Okay, let's look at what we got here. Zero two two 133. So why would they not show? I know why. I got it. I figured it out. It's because it's missing the first index because it's getting reset on the second. Yes. Okay. How do I fix this? I add a flag variable and then I check for that. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. I equals 0. Array length of current range. And then the button has its own specific range. Yes. So I go through 2. So I equals 0 is 2. If 2 equals 2, we set the sprite index. And we go back through again. Right? Ranges is still 2. Global.current range is now 3. And then this says, hey, it's not right. So yeah, I think all we need is a variable flag. So I do index flag equals 0, index flag equals 1, and then we do if index flag I think that works. It didn't. Okay, but now it also isn't resetting. So I've broken it more. Let me think about this. Oh, of course. I know. Fuck. It's if not index flag. Whoops. I should, yeah, as I wrote it, I would want the flight to start at 1 and switch to 0. I just wasn't thinking. Ta-da! Okay, it's still got that bug, of course, if it doesn't register the click, but okay, cool. That mostly works. That is mostly good. So, next thing to do is we have the placement on the plate. So if mouse button released. Oh, I should probably have this as another check. Because that works pretty consistently. That's under draw. So I think if we just add this here. Actually, yeah, that should be an improvement. Keeping the original code still makes sense because the original code is going through for whatever you're currently holding. This is just a second check on this. It still stays lit. How does it still stay lit? I guess because the position of this is never allowed to reset. Yeah, I'm aware of Primal. I've seen, I think, Season 1 of Primal. I've meant to watch the rest of the show at some point. I just haven't done it yet. This is not actually useful. We'll leave it here. Maybe I can make it work later. It's not important, so we're just going to move on. So the attack plates, these... we want these to work. How do I code this now? These should lock in when placed in a spot that they can go, basically. So we release this. And then, yeah, this resets here. So we need some sort of check for valid coordinates. So the XY coordinates for valid targets. So these come from here. So the grid of 400, 200, 100, and 150, 200, 250. And then the size of these are... What's the premise of this game? You're raising up dinosaurs to fight in tournaments. That's the short version of it. 176 by 42. I'll show you. Here's what we got done so far. This is a vertical slice, so it is basically made to be just kind of a first pass look at everything mechanically the game is going to do. So you've got a ranch, you're raising dinosaurs on the ranch, you have some sort of money, you've got an animal's age, a stress level, and a hunger level that you all need to manage, and then you train them for battle by doing like these drills to raise stats, which also gets you XP to level up, which is what unlocks additional attacks and passives. The animals have an elaborate genome system, so breeding like a really good, combatant is part of the game. You have to unlock genomes by like recreating them either from samples of living dinosaurs or from like fossil data or from archival code essentially. They have like different growth rates for different stats and stuff. When the moveset builder is done, this will be where you customize your moveset for battle, and then you can enter tournaments, which will be different kinds of like bracket tournaments, like round robin, single limb, double limb, and stuff. That's not currently coded in. We just have this one hard coded battle against a baryonyx. The combat system itself is this. So you fight for 1 minute. Oh, we currently have a crash. That's because well, I guess I can't show that. Why did this crash? Well, anyway, it's pseudo real time. You have a resource, which is your stamina. You have your HP. You consume your stamina to do your attacks. They all have cooldowns and different ranges they're valid from. So yeah. This crashed on resolving a passive. Oh, I think this is because the one passive... I think the one passive I gave him is the one that's not coded in. Technically. We should probably take care of that right now. Also, the music stopped. Yes, I am still watching, in quotation marks. Extended horns, serrated teeth, horny hide, resists. No, gene sequence gap is here. Undefined expecting a number. Step event 0 for object 0 AI. Parse passives. Passive name effect. I don't know why it crashed, but it's almost certainly connected to the gene sequence gap passive, which is not implemented. It's the effect line. Undefined expecting a number get from hash argument. Pass name 1 and effect. It's not the effect. It's probably pass name 1 that crashed this. Okay, let's copy this, dump this to a notepad. We'll come back to this later. But yeah, I can show the battle. I just need to not click that button, because apparently that one's broken. But yeah, the battles aren't too intricate in terms of like visual stuff. Because we have like a generic placeholder animations, but we do have like status effects coded. Like I'm bleeding right now because I got fish hooked here by the baryonyx. We did manage to heal a bit. We can actually knock him away if we want to get some distance on him. Try and let our abilities cool down, let our stamina build back up. Bleeding again sucks. We're gonna lose, but we usually lose without any stat bonuses given. And we lost. Alright. Let's add a comment here too. We need to do a lot of work on these passives anyway, so probably this isn't worth worrying about that much. Actually, some of these other ones might crash the code too now that I think about it. Because these aren't made to work. Yeah, actually, I think all these crash. Yeah, that actually is expected. Okay, so when this plate is created, given a range, so what do? We duplicate this. Yeah. Let's see here. What is the best way to set this up? I set this up with 0 to 600. So that's probably still correct, the way to do it. And then 300 to 150. So 75, 225, 300, no. Oh no, just 50 because there's 3 layers. Yes. Okay, yes, I got it. I think we'll want to change this, but let's leave it for now. It'll be easier to write this with the physical coordinates, but I think we want to use a flag. So if this, we need 9 of these. I think we will do it as like this, which is kind of gross. But these all go to different places depending on the coordinates, so I think it makes sense to do it this way. Okay, so I need to think about the layout. What's going to be the roster? I haven't fully decided. The game will be split between lightweight and heavyweight animals, so it'll be larger dinosaurs and smaller dinosaurs. Those will be separate, like tournament brackets, with like their own set of like enemies and stuff. Probably the roster is going to be something like, I don't know, 45, 50 animals at launch or something is the idea, or at least like the beta launch. Theoretically, if it makes it that far. Then more stuff added later. Definitely want a broad range. The different kind of families of dinosaurs are sort of like classes almost, in a sense. They act differently, so you need kind of a balance between them, ideally. Let's comment this out. I need to look at this again. This is correct, but I need to change all the numbers around. I need to know the layout. Okay, so we've got charge, kick, devour, headbutt, paralytic. And then if we look at the code itself in the genetic info, I think. So we have to update attack list, and we have to update the attack slots. Attack 1 through attack 9. So 9 is the lower left-hand side, and 1 is the upper right. Yeah. Okay. So we'll do this in order. So this is 1. So this should be 600 to 400. And this should be the low, no, the highest. Wait, which direction does Y count? I think it's 0 at the top and it counts down. Is that right? Y plus equals dy. Let's look at this again. Y increments positively. So 0, yeah, 0 is at the top of the screen. That's correct. So this should be 200 to 150. And these should be inverted. Yes. Greater than 400 or below 600. Because these are in the opposite of what we're doing. For the exclusion zone. Okay, yes. So this is then greater than 200 or less than 250. This is 300. And this is 250. And these are all 400, 600. How much Riz do I have? 11. I have 11 Rizzes. No, that's way too much. We'll do Fallout rules. Then it would be like 2. Yeah, so this should follow the same format. So let's do this. And then these are now over 1. So this is 200, 200, 200, and this is 400. Then this is 200, 200, 200, 0, 0, 0. Okay. So now we do we need to use information on if this is valid. Current range is moved at dot range. So I need to do no, we don't need, yeah, we do it like this. If ranges no, moved at dot range. I need a rate. This does not work. This is array contains. If array contains, if moved at dot range has a 1, this is something that can go in this slot. So this would update then attack 1. Global dot EC dot attack 1 equals. This should be with the spaces. So this should be moved at wait, name 2. Dot name. Yeah. Or just name 2, but we'll give them move dat.name. Doesn't matter. easier to know what it is in that context. So this pipe's the new name to this. Global.pc. This was attack list. Array. What's the thing? Array push, I think. Yeah. A name 2. Okay. And does this use ranks at all? No, this does not use ranks. Which probably has to change. At some point. Let's not worry about it. So, and then we want to do, we need another check in here. Which is going to be do I need to clean up attack list? I should. Probably best to just do it. So attack 1 is replaced automatically. That's fine. It's only parsing. Yeah, so let's get old equals we take this, we remove the spaces. That's the thing that's got to come out of the list. So we do this, we do if global.pc.attack1 does not equal, and that would be none. Capital N none string. If it's not none, we get the old thing. I need to check the array. No, we need to check the other attacks. What music is this? It's a random royalty-free playlist on YouTube. What happened to the other Jurassic Challenge Mode streams? Once I do the episodes, I take the streams down, basically. Well, not like at the same time, but like... I delist the streams after a few days because the episodes are what's meant to be the permanent version of the streams. Maybe we do a function. I don't know, I just didn't want a bunch of like live streams cluttering up that tab. I keep up the streams that don't have associated videos. Like these streams, but... Let's do a function. So check logic equals... attack check, we'll call it. And we want to put in the old one, right? So this is supposed to check if we need to pop old attack or not. Because it can be in 2 slots. 2+ slots. Forgot. Function. Okay, let's do... I think I did one too many. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is an array of all 9 attacks that were currently equipped before the new one was put in. I need to know what, array contains. Eesh. I guess we do it like this. Return this value. And then we need to move this. If the attack is none. We can replace this here. It will overwrite it twice, but that doesn't matter. Because I need it here, and I need it outside if this check doesn't matter. So attack 1 has been replaced. Right, and then we go through, we see, is the old move still on the list? If so, then 1. And then... Okay, if it's in the list, it returns 1. If it's not in the list, it returns 0, and it starts at 0. Is that how I want to do this? Zero... You're gonna hop out, play some GW3? Okay, have some fun with that. Thanks for stopping by. Do I think a Neanderthal would legally be considered a person? I think they should be legally considered a person, but I think there's a long history of people on this planet going through great lengths to classify things that are people as not people. So, their odds would probably not be as good. Wait, I gotta think about this. So if it's 0, if it's 1, okay, if this is returning 1, let's just start writing this out. If check is 1, then the old attack is still equipped. Right? Because we've already replaced attack 1, which means the new attack is already in the list, and we're looking for the old attack. The only way we get 1 is if it's still in the list in a different slot, in which case we don't want to pop it. So if it's 0, we should pop. Yes. So now we do if not check logic. And now we need to remove from the array the old attack 1. Array find index. Array delete, array insert. Okay, so I think we need to do array get index. We want to get the index. of this and old. Hey, Habib. How's it going? Might have to wrap the stream up sooner rather than later. We're going to try and finish this function up here, though, at least. We'll see. I'm not sure... Are you saying I'm a hack? Can you elaborate? So we retrieve this index. This is the value that has to be gotten out of the array, and then we do array delete. This should be the thing. Takes no less than 3 arguments. Why 3? Array index real number real. Why? What is the number? The number of values to delete. Oh. Okay, so this is just 1. Got it. So in theory, this works. We can now replace attack 1. So, Dinosaur data, moveset builder. Now, if I take headbutt and I do this. Okay, that didn't work. And we got our work cut out for us because why didn't it work? Well, that sucks. Fuck. Okay. Oh, I do have all these guys floating here, which don't do anything right now. I don't even know how this code ran. How did this not even crash? I would have thought these open if statements would have killed this. Weird. Let's add some debugs. Whoops. I guess we'll do... the attack list as our readout. It might not be... I think I know why this isn't working, actually. I think it's a visual bug, not a code bug. Because the old nameplates don't update. We haven't coded that yet. Okay, we do have some issues, because this is actually doing some crazy shit. I have... Wait, yeah, let's go back to this. Paralytic headbutt, paralytic bite. Okay, it did update. It's just not doesn't update continuously. Which, yeah, I haven't coded that, so that makes sense. Now what I'm wondering about is what the state of my array is, because, it won't take it back. Why can I not undo it? Weird. Okay, I mean, it's definitely broken. um, fuck. Let's, it doesn't, I don't think it matters. Devour, headbutt, paralytic bite. Now, I take headbutt, I put it here. And in the moment when I'm doing this, Devour was deleted, and then Devour came back, and headbutt is there multiple times. And then in the end, Devour is gone. Shit is weird. Will the dinosaurs be able to breathe fire? No. No fire-breathing Parasaurolophus here. Paralytic Bite has ended up being duplicated. I was not clicking Paralytic Bite. So how is Paralytic Bite the one that ended up here? First question. I see a flaw. Oh yeah, no, this is all in the wrong spot. No, that's the flaw. Oh god, is it the flaw? Wait. Oh shit. No, this should be the right spot. Fuck. Okay, we do this. Active plate 0. X is greater than 400, or X is less than 600, Y greater than 150, Y less than 200. If active plate. Okay, maybe this works, because this will only do this once, because then it will be set to 0 afterwards. Maybe? Let's look through this again. If this array contains move.range, yeah, if the button we're holding is a range 1, then it can go in this slot. Check logic is initialized at 0. We check slot 1. If it's not none, if it is a named attack, we save off the name of the old attack. We put the new attack in place as attack 1. Let's add a debug message. And then we do the check logic code, which should return a 1. Okay, we give it old. We have a list of all the attacks that are currently equipped. And we say, is the old attack name still in this list? If so, we get a 1 out. Check logic is now flagged as a 1. And then if it's a 0, if not 1, if not check logic, then we want to delete this from the attack list because the attack is no longer equipped. So we get the index from attack list of the value, and we delete it. Then pc.attack1 is set to be the name here, just as a backup in case this was a none. And finally, we push through. Oh, this should be conditional. Global.pc.attackList a name 2. This should be if not array contains. If not array contains global.pc.attackList, comma, a name 2. Only add it to the array if it's not already in it. Okay, let's test that. The flag and then that might have fixed the problem. Now it crashed. Variable active plate not set before reading it. If active plate. Okay. Wait, is this not set? Active plate 0. On creation. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, it's lowercase. Might be. It's gonna fuck me up a lot. Oh, the music stopped. Yes, I'm continuing watching, fucker. Okay, that did nothing. Seemingly. It did work. Wait a second. Why did it not give me an output? Or did it get buried under some other readouts? Because I do have a bunch of other shit that's reading out here. Oh, yeah, it did work. It just, got buried. Charge paralytic bite, devour, headbutt, threat display kick. Charge paralytic bite, devour, headbutt, threat display kick. Okay, I need to change the readouts because I can't parse this. I thought that was Bugsnax music for a moment. Okay. think it's being printed out here, right? Yeah. Let's try this again. Oh, I still had it open. I didn't even realize I still had it open. Okay, I'm going to take Headbutt, and I'm going to put it here. Okay, Charge, Paralytic Bite, Devour, Headbutt, Threat Display, Kick, then Headbutt. I replaced Devour with Headbutt. This list still shows Devour, but is that correct for what I told it to do? Maybe. Oops. Oh my god, please. Yeah, because I'm showing the initial attack list, and then I'm showing this. So now we go back to the ranch. We come back to the builder. Now we have double Headbutt. And if I Paralytic Bite over Headbutt, that did not seem to work. Interesting. Okay, why does this not work on a subsequent trip back? Huh. Okay, weird. Maybe a different bug unrelated to other bugs. Bleh. This is complicated. This has been a really complicated UI element. Okay, so Charge, Paralytic Bite, Devour, Headbutt, Threat Display, Kick, Paralytic Bite, Charge, Paralytic Bite, Headbutt, Threat Display, Kick. Devour's been removed. This works. This is correct. This is updated precisely the way I need it to. Then now it just doesn't work. Seemingly at all. Okay, wait. Now it's updating. Charge, Headbutt, Threat Display, Kick. Why has Paralytic Bite been lost? What the fuck? I am confusion! I'm showing the debug for attack 1. So if I ever see a single attack name listed, it should be what is currently the thing. So currently it is Paralytic Bite. It's really finicky is what it is, I think. I should be able to assign a slot like this, too. Oh, but this slot doesn't work because I've only coded for 1. Let's try adding Devour back in. Oof, I think we're currently missing Paralytic Bite in our moveset list, even though it's equipped here, which is a problem. Let's try doing a battle. It should crash. It's working. So that's not a problem. Okay, weird. The bleed. Okay. Well, don't know what to make from it. Okay, so we want to set the X coordinates explicitly, and we want to remove the plate that used to be there. No, we want to... Fuck. This doesn't work very well. I think we have to redo this. I don't think this is going to function. I don't want this to be in here exactly. What if we... Okay, maybe we just... I have an idea. If I do a draw order... Yeah, because when this is created, I don't want this to draw continuously because that's a problem. I need this to redraw. How do I do that? Alright, I'm gonna take a break while I think about this. I think I have a solution. Because I think name 2. This is defined on creation. Move dot equals global dot attacks name. Name 2 string replace. Okay, we need to duplicate these. Yes. These will be for the set plates. So these are the ones that are generated separately. Plate is for an equipped attack. It deletes itself. Dragged into blank space. And it changes or is replaced when the attack changes. Let's hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let's not do this yet. We do need this. Doing it now is making more work for ourselves. Duplicate and modify this plate for an equipped attack. It deletes itself directly into blank space. Changes or is replaced when the attack is changed. But also retains functionality for replacing other attacks so you can rearrange. Don't need to know what slot to reference, maybe? This isn't this. It's going to be complicated. Maybe I need to make some adjustments to the X and Y spacing. So this is mouse cursor is at 594, 151. And this is 400, 150. It didn't work. Oh, fuck me. This is why this is so fucked. I think. Let me think. Hold on. These should all be ands. This is why the logic isn't consistent. Didn't work. How does it not work? I really don't understand why it doesn't work subsequently. Oh, it did work that time. It's just, yeah, I don't know why it's so finicky. Wait, where is active plate generated? Wait a second. Mouse X greater than or equal to X and mouse X less than or equal to max X. I am at a loss for why it doesn't work. Now let's try to put devour back in. This is feeding me all zeros. So that's why this doesn't work. I see. I got it to register. I know what the problem is. I don't know why the problem is the problem. Maybe I don't need this if. Maybe this if statement's a problem now. Because I added that because of this other bug, and I didn't need it, probably. Okay, is Devour in? Okay, I think it does work now. I think that was the problem. The logic check was just not good. Okay, I think that works. We need to reset to the original thing again. So we need to do this. Okay, so now theoretically, if I put this in 3 slots, let's turn all of these on. Oh, this is in a weird spot. That should be there. I think that's all I need to do. Three, 3. Theoretically now, if this works, I should be able to change all 3 attacks to the same thing. So we just do 1, 2, 3. How did 2 of them become paralytic bite? Okay, something's really fucky. That was 3 headbutts. None of them took. Why does this output not fucking auto-scroll? Holy fuck, what the shit? This code is going in crazy. Something is really fucked. Oh, because I didn't update the fucking positions. Wait. No, I have. Oh, but they're not ands. Right. Probably Control R this or something. Maybe not. Alright, well, it's safer to just not batch replace anyway. try it again. We're gonna put Paralytic Bite. No, we're gonna put Devour in all slots. Devour for Devour. Devour for Headbutt. So far, so good, it looks like. Devour for this. Okay, one of them whiffed. I don't know how. I did have a Rogue Headbutt. Oh, because it's this Headbutt. It's right. It's registering the other one is registering the release, I think. Yeah, that's what's happening. Okay. How do I fix that? It works. The UI doesn't update yet. And the overlapping icons is a problem. Right, because this mouse releases on draw. Both of these are being set to inactive. The if active place should work. Because this is an internal variable. I need this. But this didn't work before. Why did this position not reset? Because it didn't register the replacement either. Because this doesn't register as active. Because the only way it's listed as active is right press and this condition. So this is not consistently triggering. This is not consistently being set to 1. Where else do we use that? Wait, this should only ever move if it is active. What the fuck? If active, play it. This code... Ah, this part is not embedded under the active. Wait, but... Wait, what the fuck? Why is this... Why did that change this? If active, play it. Oh, wait a second. If the mouse is released, if the plate is active, and the position. The plate becomes inactive. I think this should be... Oh, I think I... Yeah. Oh, fuck. I had the fucking thing still running in the background. My bad. Can't see anything I'm doing. Fine. Okay, but it still hung there one time. So if it hangs, that means it's bugged. If it stays, that means it did not trigger the reset, but it did not trigger the update. Now, why would it not trigger the update? Because it's not active, play it. Okay, but like... Maybe this doesn't matter. Fuck. This can work good enough if I just make this always reset. Okay, so this mostly works. This is mostly good. This is like 90% of the way there on this half of the functionality. Oh, fuck. Nice that it brings back the high. Okay, so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 instances per function that need to be replaced. Okay, theoretically this all works. Air on line 319. Draw self. Expected a closing bracket? Oh, fuck my life. I got a misaligned bracket? This one. This one? Oh, fuck. Okay, we're missing closing brackets, that's all. So let's go, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't nearly as bad to find as I thought it was going to be. Also, it's in the most obvious spot for an error. Okay, now if I put charge here, and I put threat display here, I go to the ranch, and then I come back to the moveset builder, they didn't work. Nothing worked? What the fuck, bro? How? Because the position's resetting irrespective of whether or not it registers. Oh, also, I didn't add active plate to anything. This doesn't work at all, seemingly. None of these are fucking replacing! How is it completely fucking broken? I don't know how this doesn't work at all. Fuck. I think the back 2 rows are just broken. Only this row works. At all. It doesn't work consistently either, which is a whole different fucking problem. But... because I don't think I can ever get this to replace anything here. Yeah, because it does show that I'm, like, over a thing, but it shows it in a way that shows that it's invalid, I think. This condition is met when it is active play it. Maybe I need a different... maybe this is the problem. When these are set to 0, I think. Definitely it's being activated correctly. The issue is it's being canceled in the wrong frame, which prevents all this other shit from working. Right, because I'm passing over these coordinates, and that breaks it. But this should only happen on the fucking mouse release. These are also set 0 here. Oh, shit. Is that the problem? I have these things that I weren't using. Global.current range. These might be leftover. Oh shit, I bet you this is fucking stuff up. Because what's the timing on that gonna be? I want to put these back, I think. I'm gonna wrap the stream up soon. I gotta go. That is looking like much more consistent behavior. There's still another bug here that's making like threat display not work. Yeah, interesting. Okay, it's consistently popping up though. I have halfway fixed the bug. So the issue was we had code sitting under the fucking release buttons that was breaking things. I think I know what the problem is. It's right here. It's this one. Fuck. 111. 2. Because this is telling it expected range. I think we got it. I think we cracked it. All we need to do next time is we just need to update the old buttons so that they show the new attack that's in the slot instead of having to go back and come back to make it pop up. I think we got it. I'm pretty sure that's it. I don't know why I hit my finger so hard there, but I did. I don't think it worked. Okay, it worked there though. Now if we come back. Okay, but why did it not work here? Now it did. Okay, it's still buggy, but it's better. Progress. We're close. So here's the problem. This is showing me the array, but not always the name. Let's try to debug this quick while we're still thinking about it. Show debug attack list. This always happens. We don't always get this message. It doesn't show up when it's none, but it should show up in other cases. Oh, it's worth noting we do have the list twice. Yeah, there's some weird behavior in here. But we're close. Did this ruin anything? Current range. Where is this? This isn't used anywhere. What am I doing with it? What is this for? This might be used... Wait, do I use this here? Yes, right? Yes. Right. Right. Okay, so I probably want to keep this, I guess. So the range resets to 0. That would just control the colors, which probably were bugged there, and I didn't look at them. But that's fine. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up here then. I gotta get going. I'll catch you all later. Thanks for coming by, Rugops. Anybody else who's watching? We'll continue bug fixing this